Oh, my first dentist. Yay. Oh, コクです。コクです。Yes, yes, yes. Wish I had the night off. Seven? I think that's right. Hvem som helst, men helt vanlig politikk. Du tror du vet om det? Altså, det er bare en teori. Jeg vet ikke om det her er
Hi, Michael.
Well, hello, Pat.
How are you?
Hello. Yeah.
So, usually I like to print out all the lessons and I have them all by years and I go back to them. But my printer has stopped talking to my computer and I'm having trouble and
Oh boy. Yeah.
yeah, I spend an inordinate amount of time and money. So anyway, um,
Do you have it hooked up by wire or by uh
it's wireless, but
wireless? Yeah.
I just found out by rereading the initial instructions to installing it is I can hardwire it.
Uh-huh.
So I have a friend's son coming over with a cord tomorrow, and now he went to school for this when he was 18.
Oh, okay.
He's six.
Sometimes I find the wires are more reliable.
Yeah, I think that's what it's only me when I had people living with me. Well, everyone wanted this
Yeah.
wireless thing so they could, print galore.
Right, right, right.
Uh,
Yeah.
so I think I'm going to do it. But anyway, so what I'm getting to is I'm going to make this smaller here and then go in because when I went, oh, let's didn't do it, but here we go. When I went to the exit full screen to what I got for tonight's meeting, well, when I opened it, it looked different.
Mm.
And I'm going to come and do it again. It's Blana 2, Class 31, Belltainn, Gaelic. And
Yeah,
so,
yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
yeah, so anyway, I'm glad that I figured out that I could
Okay.
go back to the last lesson, number 30, and use that link to come in. But so now my question is, I'll I guess what I should do is keep this up on my screen. I'll just make it smaller and go
Okay.
back. And that's going to be our program, right, for tonight?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm with you now.
That Bliana got Fick it's a Hoonjuk, year two and class 31, right?
31, yes.
Okay.
Okay,
This
great.
is in June. Okay. Good labor. All right.
I was going to also tell you, I don't want to take up Dee's time. I see she's here. I finally got my screen to where I can see it's just more than me and the person. So I had picked up this phrase from watching Outlander. I don't know, it's probably season 3. That could be 5 years ago. And it was Inch go Rish, Incha go Rish. And I always thought the man was saying, tell it to me again. So,
Uh-huh.
so with my bad Scottish accent, and it sounds so my brother was here and he wanted to binge the whole Outlander thing. So I waited for this and turned it up, and so it sure does sound to me like he says Inchigo Arish,
Uh-huh.
but it's probably D something Dhomh.
Dhomh. Very good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
and you're
go
exactly
Arish.
right. I mean, they'll probably pronounce Inchko Arisht.
Uh, Probably.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Probably.
But very good. I mean, you recognized it, so
Yeah, I was just, well, I recognized it because I didn't have closed caption on, and it was from my ear. I heard it and
uh-huh.
I recognized it.
Yeah, well, there you go. All right.
Yeah, these little
Yeah.
processes.
Inchko Arisht. Yeah,
Yeah, I reached.
tell it to me again. Yeah, very good. Okay. All right. Okay. I guess D. Kimrau. Kimrau Anok.
Amiski, Ramigan
Veluski.
Guma.
Okay. Hami Dulich. Okay. Hami Dulich. Okay. Okay. How on show. So Hashinma. But you're here and that's good. Yeah. Yeah.
I
So.
don't know if Tim's going to be here. I think he's not going to be here this weekend. I think he went to Phoenix for something. I don't know if it was a wedding or
Oh, okay.
a
I think I
graduation or
remember
something.
something along those lines. I mean, people are always going places, so so yeah, so I don't always keep track though.
That's a good thing, probably.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We don't want you to fill your
Talking about
professorial mind with our daily activities. Where will you give us our weekly
yeah,
intellectual
yeah,
stimulation?
yeah. Well, unless you tell it to me in Gaelic, I don't remember it.
Oh, that's a really good challenge for me now.
Yeah, a challenge. Okay. Okay. I guess Lisa, Kimmerho. Yeah. And Udenhjol.
My mouse was lost. I couldn't get
Oh,
it over
okay.
to the
Your mouth is
unmute
locked.
button.
Okay.
Hami Guma.
Yeah.
Trang. Hami Trang.
Bello Trang. Oh, Trang on Coney. And Bio Koper. And Ro Koper. And a Koperu. The Koperka. Were you
Yeah.
working?
Ha.
Well, okay. Koper.
Late. Yeah. Late. And then
Anamach.
Ita Jinner.
Junior. Yeah, okay. Oh, all right. Flavor. Ich, Misha Junior Kuchak. Ich mich Kirk. Agus Puntata. Okay. Chicken and potatoes. Yeah.
Oh,
Kirk Agus Puntata.
Bantata. How do you say sweet potato? Would it be meal? Batata?
Mealish.
Mealish.
Puntata mealish.
Batata mealish.
Just almost literally sweet potato.
Yeah.
Puntate mealish. Yeah. Yeah, clever. Yeah.
Perpy.
What's that?
Bantata mealish perpy. Purple sweet potato.
Oh, perpy.
It's good.
Okay. Okay. Well, just heard that Tim's not going to be here. So anyway, okay. All right. Well, let's take a look at what we got. Oh, first, let me ask, does anybody have any questions? Any burning questions for tonight? No? No? Okay. Okay. So yes, Pat. No, I can't hear you, Pat.
Oh, I was thinking of the lesson last week, comparative. And so if you're using a comparative and you're asking a question, then it's a question, or do you have to, I guess I should say, how do you say if? So if it rains, I will not go.
Okay.
But is that a question?
Yeah. Well, no, that's a statement.
Oh,
Okay. So have I
Okay.
covered if in this class? Yeah. Okay.
I might have missed it.
Okay. Okay.
2 or 3 weeks ago, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll go back to
Yeah.
lesson 28 and 29.
Yeah. In a couple weeks, or next week, maybe. Yeah. I'll start a review sessions. Okay. So to
Oh, thank you.
fresh. But anyway, yeah. But Pat, okay. So let me call up my screen. Yeah, and I'll briefly address your question.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go back down to notes again. So I assume that you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, uh, 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 okay. So, Mavis, on Tushka Aun, Kavimi Adol. I mean, just very simply. Okay. Okay. Mavis on Tushka Aun, Kavimi Adol. Okay. If it rains, if there is water, okay, I will not go.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Or you can say, Visan Tushka Aun dhachaidh me. Again, I will not go, though this is more literally, I will not be going, and this is I will not go. Okay, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Now, uh, um, there's another form of if in Gaelic, which is the conditional. Nambiag on Tushka. If there were rain, havig me adol. If there were rain, meaning that that's not only unlikely, but that's counterfactual. It didn't happen. Nambiag on Tushka. So you see, we have a couple different ways to say if. Actually, we have another way to say if. Does anybody remember the other way to say if not?
I'm not remembering now.
Huh? I'm sorry?
I'm not remembering.
Oh, okay, okay. Mur, Mura.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Mur, Mura big, uh, on Tushkaun. If not, there was raining. I could say vig miadol. If it weren't raining, or if it wasn't raining yesterday, I would have gone. Okay, so murda. So Gaelic has three different ways to say if. Okay. Ma, nam, and nam can also be non, depending on the first letter. Right here, I'm using nam because we have a B, and then murda, which could also be mur. Mur. Okay. Okay. So three different ways to say if not. That's if not, and that's if counterfactual. Okay, or unlikely. I could also use it in the future. Okay, or uh, uh, just a likely uh, uh, if. Okay, so Mavis and Tushgown, you see, when I say Mavis and Tushgown, if there is rain, so it's possible that there's going to be rain. Okay, so that's what that means. So I'm not living in the desert and it's not the middle of summer, and so it's possible that there might be rain. So, and if there is, I won't go. Okay. Okay. Here, I know what the past is, Nambiag, and I know what the past was, and it didn't rain yesterday. Uh, but if it had rained, I would not have gone. Okay, so it's counterfactual. Okay. And then right here, I'm saying if not. Okay. Okay. I go say mur el miski. If I'm not tired, um, uh, uh, be me a dole. I'll just say that. Okay. Mur el miski. Okay. If I'm not tired, mur el. Okay. And I use the M apostrophe because why? Because the vowels don't like to hang out together. So, okay, okay. So does that help, Pat?
Yes, it does.
All right.
It does.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I'll make a note and I'll see if I can't send you the lesson with the if. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I didn't receive this week's what's it called? The lesson. I think I only received the email today with the PowerPoint. Did you send it
Yeah,
at the
me
same
too.
time? Okay.
We
Okay.
didn't get the page that says lesson number 31, and now maybe he didn't send it, but we noticed it that we did not get it. We missed it. The new, the new Piper that you create, we did
Yeah,
not get that. When
I
we
didn't.
clicked on the link, it just went to, well, I didn't know at least until you said it.
Yeah.
The PowerPoint, I didn't know what it
I
was.
thought maybe I missed something, but the email you
Well,
sent today was just
well,
the file, the PowerPoint file, not the lesson.
Yeah.
I did not send the lesson. Did I send the email and forget to attach the lesson, or did I not send anything?
Well, you sent the email, but the only attachment was the PowerPoint, not the lesson.
Oh, okay.
I'd say just a
That's
little
okay.
move of the cursor.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, okay.
You want
I'm
to
so
send it to
sorry.
us?
I can send it right now,
Yeah,
or
send
I'm
it
going to
now.
show it to you, and then I'll send any updates after class.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Though essentially it's we're going to be going back over. I think I promised we'd be doing drilling this week on the comparatives. So so it's essentially last week's, and so. But anyway, so sorry about
Okay.
that. And please, if I ever you know um
Well, see,
do
we
that,
always we always think it's us in error.
well,
We
no,
don't think it's you, Michael.
it's probably me. Yeah.
Well,
This time,
there was a few times where you sent things I didn't get it, so
yeah,
I was just
yeah,
wondering
yeah,
maybe it was me.
yeah, yeah. Huh, okay. Well, that's very strange. Okay. Say,
I think the cursor jumped.
okay. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I see the attachment. I sent Beltane. So I didn't send the lesson. Okay. All right. Okay. It was my only excuse is vamiski. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
It
By
is.
by Anamach. Asanai. It was late at night. It's
Yeah.
vamiski. Okay, okay. Dulik. Uh, well, please feel free to, get back in touch with me and let me know that I've made a boo-boo if, when and if I do that again. So, which I'm sure I will from time to time. So okay. All righty. Okay. All right. Well, let's take a look at what we got. I'll say, so this will be our first look. Your first look. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, there we have the three fates and the Gaelic fates, weaving humanity's fate. Anyway, all right, okay.
Wow.
So anyway, let's go here. Gael-Talk, Bianaga, Class Fikasahunjig. And here's our Piper of the Week, Peeper Latha
Oh,
Belltainn. La Bulla Beltane. Okay. Yellow Day of Beltane. Okay. Yeah, so and I'll talk about that. That's our Sgeulachd. Okay. 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 So after spending a couple weeks uh, 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 weeping over, lamenting the disaster of Culloden, we'll have a happy story this week. We'll about Beltane. Okay. All right. Okay. A celebration. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. And all the usual stuff. Okay. Shanachal Neshechina, drilling the comparative exercises, La Beltane, okay, Òran Neshechina, Mo Ghille Mear, okay, which is kind of an interesting little song. Oprigaki and Notaichean. Okay, all right, okay. And here we have Fàilte, and in line with our, make this a little bit smaller, and in line with our comparative, you should recognize this as one of our comparatives, Cho Ri, Ho Fluch Ritone Tunic, Ho Fluch Ritone Tunic, as wet as a duck's backside, or less politely, as wet as a duck's butt. Okay. Bone tunic. Okay. Okay. Hofluchri. Okay. All right. So, okay. You could say das Flieger na tone tunic. Okay. Wetter. So fluch takes an irregular comparative. Das Flieger na tone tunic. Wetter than a duck's butt, or nabulicha na tone tunic. Okay, which would be something like it was wetter than a duck's butt. Okay, nabulicha. And, and interestingly enough, there's no way to directly translate this into English. Okay, if I wanted to, I could say va a or va e. You know, it was maybe the weather, nabulicha. Okay, it was wetter. It was wetter. Okay, but just by itself, nabulicha, you can't really translate that because the Gaelic comparative adjective has to have something like a verb tense attached to it. Okay. And you can't, so I can translate this wetter than a duck's butt, but I can't really translate that because the English adjective does not take a verb tense. Okay. Anyway. All right. Okay. So I've got a couple little videos to see a little dramatization. So we'll see what this is.
Janice? Get off. Janice, Strud. Get up after curry.
Can you hear that? Can you hear the voice?
Yes.
All right.
I'll be in Shawnee curry na chyd.
Can you lach?
Yo, Alec curry to office.
Can you. Curry and beer.
Oh. A lump curry? Croissant.
Lever. Taj Mahal. Och Òran, Chisahanya.
Cool. Mi hands to hyn. Di ddech yn di sygu.
Wel, ys ys?
Wow. How's it?
Lever. Beer ma.
Janice is iachyn sy'n yn cryf. Gywach yn ysbog. Tefri. No. Janice. Janice. Hello. Deek.
On a G.
Eisiau... O, mi dal yma gycanu eich sain. Canys a cysia yn seia am y graf.
All right. I just thought that was kind of cute. She's so thrilled at the idea of having a date with Hector. That's that breaking her leg doesn't matter. Okay. And then here's another short one. Look at Beck.
Di hasio. Hasien gerst. Lwchak a ham. Sydd yn lwchak môr no beik. Ha lwchak beik. Ha misha môr. Ha lwchak beik. Siwt, sy'n comediwm. Spyt y dwys y denia ma chwyd gan Òran sio cwtiach. Ha misha môr ha lwchak beik. Ha misha môr ha lwchak beik. Ha misha môr ha lwchak beik. Ha misha môr môr. Ha madi môr ha lwchak beik. Ha madi môr ha lwchak Hamadi mor haluchak big, Hamadi mor mor. Hamisha mor haluchak big, Hamisha mor haluchak big, Hamisha mor haluchak big, Hamisha mor mor.
Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Anyway, though Lukak technically means something like mousy. Luch is mouse. Okay. Okay. The AG at the end, and this is pretty universal. Well, I mean, not every word that has an AG ending, but if you add an AG at the end of a word, very often turns it into the what's called the diminutive. The diminutive. How do you spell it? Diminutive, something like that.
Diminutive.
Yeah, which is the small form. I mean, so and you can do that in English with an ly. Okay, like um uh uh oh girl. I mean, you can say girly, or you can say mousy. And only with mousy it's an IE, but yeah, that E ending that you can put on the end of some words in English and form, the the cute form of the word. So but that's kind of fun. So anyway, so Shanach on the Shechina. Okay. Okay. So Harun Giaver etter tri, no eater etter Gias. Ha Run Giaver.
Oh,
Trier,
Gina.
no eater, etergeus. Okay. You can also say it, Chane run giaver ahaun, mavis a etertrier, no eater etergeus. Okay. So it is not a secret if it is between 3 or even 2. Okay. Okay. So it's no secret between 2 or even between 3 people. Ben Franklin wrote a variation on this proverb. 3 can keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. Okay, so just just a little reminder for us, the wisdom of the Gaels. Don't don't be telling your secrets to other people and then say, but don't tell anybody, because it's not a secret any longer, and they'll go blabbing it to somebody else. Okay, anyway, so right here we have Nainch Dokuchikin. So Pat, that's what you brought up. Nainch. Inch Dokuchikin. Okay, only in this case it's don't tell to anyone. You had the do. Only the one that you used was go, which is to me, okay, and here we have a noun, do kuchikan, to anyone, na inch, and we see the na as the negative imperative. Don't do something, okay? Nachishtu, okay, nachishtu, okay, which is a form of saying you don't say, okay. Gariraf, hai gorach, okay, certainly. He's foolish. He's silly. Okay. Hai gorach. Okay. Okay. Now inch dokuchigan. Okay. All right. Okay. And harun giaver, the assertive verb in the negative is implied but not expressed. Okay. So, and run giaver, literally a secret desire or a secret story, but most often translated as just a secret. Yeah. And we have here, we see a couple of these special person numbers, Gius and Trier. Okay. The Gaelic has a special set of numbers that apply to people. So you don't say da gunya, two men, say gius gunya, okay? And uner, gius, tur, keurer, cogner, shiener, schechner, ochner, ochner, neuner, and jechner. Okay. And these are 10 people. And they can be used by themselves, like we saw in the etergius, between 3 or between 2. And when you see these, we're talking about 3 people. Okay. Or 2 people, or so on and so forth. You can also use them with nouns. Uner, and by itself, one person. You use un by itself. Okay, that's the one case. Chalak, old woman. Gias vak, 2 sons. And what you do is it uses the genitive plural. So the noun goes into the genitive. Trier chalaken, Keurer vornach, Koigner ferken, Sheener Heideren, 6 soldiers, Schechner Air, 7 men, Ochler Henner, 8 grandfathers, Neuner Valach, 9 boys, and Jechner Votech, 10 old men. And just to remind us what the genitive plural is. So, if the root noun is pluralized with an an or ean, then you use the genitive plural is the root plural. So we see that here. Calican, Ferican, Hydrin. So here we use the an ending. However, the root noun is pluralized in some other way, either by not changing at all or by slenderizing. Okay, like botek, meaning an old man. The plural of botek is botik. The plural of boranach is boranich. Takes a I ending. Okay, so botek plural equals botik. Boranach is boranich. You see, so in this case, you use the singular, okay, the root singular for the genitive plural. Okay, all right. So anyway, but the general point, I don't want to get lost in that, but the general point is that these are a special set of numbers for people. Okay, all right, okay. And it's interesting, we got a 20-minute grammar lecture off of one little shenachel. Harun giver eter trier no eter gius. Okay, all right, okay. All right, okay. Any questions about that? Okay, all right, okay.
No, that was helpful though, because I just went through that with Duolingo.
I'm sorry, what?
I said that was a good description because I just went through that lesson on Duolingo.
Oh,
And of course they don't explain anything, so that was good to know.
okay, good. Now, did Duolingo explain it?
No,
Oh, okay.
I mean it's just repetition of drills. So
Yeah.
and I kind of figured it out after a while, but that was nice to hear a lecture about it. So thank you.
Yeah. That's the thing about Duolingo. I mean, it doesn't explain anything, even a short explanation. Very often,
I know.
a
Yeah.
short explanation, as in these are special numbers for people. So
Yeah.
even a 1-sentence explanation. But anyway, but if you have the explanation, then I think the Duolingo exercises are helpful.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so they should they should incorporate my lessons with the Duolingo, and then it'll all be clear. Okay. But just one other thing about that. It just I always say there's probably no tool that's universally applicable, but all of them together, are make a complete set. Okay, so all right. But anyway, all right. Okay, let's go back to share. Where are we? Okay. Okay. All right. So drillich metal drillich. Drill baby drill. Okay. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. Okay. Drilling Gaelic. Okay. Okay. Drill baby drill. Okay. So we're going to be last week I did explanations. This week we'll be doing a lot of exercises. Okay. If I got them. Okay. So anyway, so first, the first comparative is when things are equal. So we have ha'in ho'art rimari, ha'kalam ho'ogri shemus. So Ian is as tall as Mary, Kalam is as young as Seamus, Hanju ho'fur rishon J. Okay, today is as cold as yesterday. Han saurag ho'bla rishon cherach. Okay, the summer is as warm as the spring. Okay, which is it's warmer, but and we have rish because why? Because we have an an, and note that re by itself, and we have that up here too. Re by itself ends in an I, and we don't want the I and the A consorting with each other. Okay, and so that's why we add an S. Rish an cherach, not ri an erach, but rish an erach. Okay, bus ho slutach rish an traina. So here we have rish again. Okay, han ku ho lua rish an ech. Hai ho gorach ri avraher. Okay, so here the is his brother. He's as silly as his brother, and the S rule doesn't apply. Okay. So those two can go together. Ri avraher. Han dunisho ho kielach rish an teacher. Okay. This man is as sensible as the teacher. Hai homa rishin. Hasho rihoma rishin. This is as good as that. Gaelic hodirif relation. Gaelic is as difficult as Latin. Yeah. And I think I pointed this out last week. We have a number of, just a couple examples, a number of D and S pairs, or I don't know what you call them, not really pairs, but, matching pairs, opposite pairs. And dirif and surif, and very often form some sort of opposite. Dirif would be difficult, surif would be easy. So you note that they rhyme, and they're opposing S and D. Okay, dona, bad, sona, happy or good. Okay, all right. So there's a number of these in Gaelic, and this is just a little example. Okay. An important point after ho, we use the plain adjective. So we're going to be going into the modified adjectives. The kind of the equivalent of bigger and biggest, higher and highest, things like that. But for as big as young as slow as good as, we use the plain adjective, the unmodified adjective. Okay. All right. So let's see if we can do these. So what we want to do is form a sentence. So the first one will go something Ian Mari Art Ian ho art rimari. All right, so what can we make out of the second set?
Ha column.
Column, co.
Oh,
Oh.
Column ho
Oh.
Reach.
Rishamus.
Seamus.
Column ho og re Seamus. Okay, so and then now these are set up. Let me get a want to get a single spacing here. Yeah, these are set up that you don't have to think about them. Try to get into the flow. Okay, so on Jew on J four.
So
Ha on Jew.
Jew.
Oh, for no.
Go.
Yeah, very
Or
good. Yeah.
ish.
Rishan J. Very good. Yeah,
Rishan J.
yeah, yeah. You see, that's the way to do it. So these are set up, so because a lot of how we do language for our, in our native language is we don't think about it. Okay. So, and these are set up that once you get into the flow, you don't have to think about it. So on bus, on traina, and slutak.
So
Ha on bus.
go bus.
Ho slutak.
Lutak
Bus.
and train.
Go.
Reach and
Reach
train.
on train.
Ish.
Ish.
On train. Very good. Yeah. Very good. Okay. On ku, on Czech, lua, which is fast. Okay.
Ha
On
and ku.
ku.
Lua.
Lua.
Go lua.
Reach on Czech.
Czech. Yeah. Very good. Ho, lua, rishon Czech. Okay. All right. Not liva.
Oh, Tim's here.
Oh, Tim.
Yep.
Yeah.
I lost the time. I thought I was still
He
earlier.
lost the time.
I'm starting to pack for tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Okay. Where are you going? Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. And anyway, all right. So we're glad that you made it. Okay. So anyway, so on Dunya show, on teacher, Sgeulachd.
Ha and
Dunya
show ku.
Clàr.
Reach and
Sgeulachd.
teacher.
Reach and teacher.
Rishan teacher. Very good. Okay. Show shin ma.
Ha.
Show. Koma. Rishin.
Go ma.
Rishin. Very good.
Rishin.
And Gaelic lachin dirif.
Gaelic.
Go.
Turif.
Dorif.
Gaelic. Go.
Dirif.
Dirif.
Relachin. Very good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, so.
Lana.
And we have the answer key if you want to go back and yeah, but you got it all right. Okay. So all right, so here I want you to fill in the blank. So just think of an adjective. It could be any, yeah, art, okay, yeah, art, okay. Art. Okay. Rishamus.
Og. Younger.
Yeah. Og. Yeah. Rishamus. Hanju ho. Fur. Rishan J. Bus ho.
Slua.
Lua.
Lower. Slua.
Yeah. Or
Lua. No, Lua. It's right. Yeah.
Slutak. Yeah. This doesn't call for any specific adjective, so any adjective.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hanku ho.
Slutakach.
Slutak.
Slutak.
Okay, that's good. The dog is as slow as the horse. Hasho ho.
Oh, we just had it.
Well, what was it?
It says that. Ma.
Ma. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. And again, these are right almost no matter what adjective you throw in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so they don't call for these specific adjectives, but you know, but just to give us an idea. Okay, so now let's see. Could somebody turn off the TV?
Let me see. It's okay.
I think it's Tim.
I'll be right back.
Hi, Heather.
Hi.
There we go. Okay, yeah. It's off. Okay, flavor. Okay. Well, we get. Oh, there's Heather. Okay.
Hi. Sorry I'm late.
Okay. Somebody else came in late too.
Me too.
I wasn't going to squeal on you, Tim.
I don't care. At least I came.
You came. Okay, yeah. So glad to have a full crew. Okay. All right. Anyway. All right. So as promised, we're doing drilling on the comparatives. Okay. So last week, if we remember, I gave a bit of a lecture on the comparatives. This week we're going, going back over and drilling. So anyway, all right. Okay. So let me call up to share again. All right. Okay. Where are we? Okay. All right. So the regular comparatives. Okay. So now so for the regular adjective, there's a small number of adjectives that are irregular, but we'll look at the regular pattern. And what we do is we summarize and add an augment. Okay, an E. So lua, well, the last one right here, lua becomes luya, blah becomes
Yeah.
blaya,
Liar.
fur becomes fura,
For
okay, o becomes oika,
like
art becomes arshtja,
Arsha.
yeah, and this is the regular pattern, okay, and the ach. So we have a lot of adjectives that end with ach, and so you can see this happening even if you have, so these are one syllable adjectives. Even if you have a multiple syllable adjective, you still get the same pattern. Gorach, foolish becomes goricha.
Gorica.
Goricha, okay? So you give it a little I sound there. Gorach becomes goricha. Kielach becomes kielicha.
Helica.
Okay. Flutach becomes flutica.
Fludica.
Kutrumach becomes kutrumeka.
Kutramica.
Yeah. So, and this is the, kind of the equivalent of the ER ending at the end of an English comparative. Higher, taller, faster, things like that. Okay, words like that. Okay, so this is how we form that regular. Okay. So yeah. So here, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Arsha.
Yeah, Arsha. Okay, I forgot to erase these. Let's see. Okay, all right. So we have Arsha. How about Og?
Oka.
Oika.
Oika. Yeah. Fur.
Urika.
Yeah. Fuira.
Oh, Furi.
Fuira. Yeah. Not an ach at the end if it's not in the original. Let me make this one single spacing. Okay. Fuira. Blah would be
Blaya.
Blaya. Okay. Blaya. Okay. Lua would be
Luya.
Luya. Okay. Yeah. Gorach would be
Gorica.
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 Okay. Get the I sound in there somehow. Gorica. Now, Gora, Gorica. All right. Sgeulachd would be,
Gilica.
Sgeulachd. Sgeulachd. Oh, Sgeulachd. Okay. Slúteach would be
Sludica.
Slútica. Slútica. Okay. And again, you can get that slenderization at the end by here. I'm gonna stop the share for just one moment. Okay, yeah. So look at my mouth. Slúteach, slút, slút. You see, so you don't even have to really try to make the I sound. You can just pull your lips back and a little smile. Blaya. Okay. Slútica. Luia. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, and just a little mouth motion gives you that sound. Okay. All right. Okay. Just a little pronunciation tip. Let's see. Okay. Let me go back to share. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So, and the pattern is X, nas, na, Y. Okay, BX nas, and then the adjective na Y. So, and what that means is ia nas arsja namadi. Yes, so go ahead and say these after me, and you can mute if you want to, but hakalam nas oika nashemus. So you get the nas na. Okay. Hanju nas ura non J. Non J. And note the lenition there. Okay. Han saurag nas blaya non gauri. Non gaurag. I'm sorry. Okay. Bus nas lutica na ankar. Han ku nas luia na ankat. E nas gorica na avrahir. Han dunya show nas kielika nam fair ela. Kesh show nas kuchimika na akeshtu. Yeah. Okay. So this question is more important than that question. Okay. Oh, and I'm sorry. Up here it's be nasfura, non-J.
Can you?
Yeah.
When would you lenite there? Or is there a search situation where you would say ura?
Oh yeah. We'll get to that in a few moments.
Oh, okay.
That's when you have, it's a good question, and I will get to it, but that's when you're in the past tense and you use
Oh,
boo.
yeah.
You use boo, which is
Okay.
the past tense.
That's so much to remember.
Yeah, I know. I mean, okay. All right. And we use the same form in the future tense. So the present tense and the future are the same. Be an saurag nas blaya na an gaurag. Okay. Be, the summer will be warmer than the winter. Yeah. Be an car nas luya na an bus. The car will be faster than the bus. Will be. Okay. Be will be a kesh muyirik nas kutimeka na akiet che. Okay. The last question, kesh muyirik nas kutimeka, more important than the first one. Okay. All right. Okay. So So for the present tense and the past tense, we have the same form. Okay. All right. No, I'm sorry. For the present tense and the future tense, we have the same form. Strike what I just said, not the past tense. Past tense is different. Okay. Okay. So, and just to remind us, the contrast is ho'art ri na arshjo na, as tall as, taller than. Ho'ogri nas oicha na, as young as, younger than. Hofur ri, I don't know why I keep on doing that. Nasfura na. Hofur ri, as cold as, colder than. Oslutach ri, as slow as, naslutika na. Okilach ri, naskilika na. Okay, more important than. As sensible. Hokutamachri, as important as, naskutamika na, more important. Okay, so that's the hinge of the lesson. Okay, so that's the contrast, and so there's a number, and we're about halfway through the whatchamacallit, the comparatives. Okay. Okay. All right. So, okay. So right here, what we want to do in this exercise is Hanju hofur rishon je. Oh no, I'm sorry. Hakalam ho'og rishemus. We want to change that to Kalam isn't as young as Seamus. Kalam is younger than Seamus. So Hakalam nas oika na Seamus. So that's what we do then. Okay. And let me get this single space. Okay. Okay. So, Hanju Hofur Rishon J. Today is as cold as yesterday. How do you say today is colder than yesterday?
Ha'anju nasfura na anje.
Yeah. Na anje. Very good. Okay. Bus hoslutach rishon traina. The bus is as slow as the train. How do you say the bus is slower than the train?
Bus.
Naslutika ris na trena.
Naslutika.
Slutika?
Na trena.
Na
trena. Very good. Okay. Handuni show who kielach rishon teacher. As sensible as the teacher, how do you say more sense?
Andunya show. Nas kutramaika.
Nas kielika.
Nas on teacher.
Oh, Kila.
No, and teacher.
I was to say on teacher.
Okay, yeah, very good. Okay.
What's good?
And ha kesho ho kutramach rishakesht ucht. This question is as important as that question. How do you say this question is more important?
Ha kesh. Nas kutramaika.
Nas kutramika.
Na on kesht.
Very
good.
Good. Okay, very good. Very good. And somehow time's getting away with us, so I'm gonna leave off the rest of these, but that's pretty good. Okay. Okay. So we've already done something like this. Let's see. Okay. There are a series of, I'll just do this, a series of irregular comparatives. These are some of the more common. Ma becomes nashar. Okay. And the equivalent in English is good, better, or best. You see, that's irregular. It's not good, gooder, and goodest. Okay, good, better, and best. And so that's irregular. It doesn't follow the regular pattern. Okay. And Gaelic has a few of these, and one of these is nashar, okay, or dona, becomes nasmissa. You know,
Nasmissa.
and again, we have an equivalent in English of bad, worse, and worst. So nasmissa, okay, and more, and we have some others that more becomes nasmoa.
Nasmoa.
Beck becomes nasluga.
Nasluga.
Furista becomes nasasa.
Nasasa.
Okay, easy. Furista easy. Easier would be nasasa, and dirf would be nasdulia.
Nasdulia.
Nasdulia. Example would be ha show nashar nashin. This is better than that. A show nasmissa nashin. Nasmissa nashin.
Worse than that.
Han ku nasmoa non cut. The ku, the dog is
bigger
than the cat.
Non-cut.
Han luch nasluga non cut.
Han Luke Nasluga not.
Non cut. Smaller than the cat. Abirla nas asa nagalik.
Habirla Nas Asa Nagal.
Easier than Gallic. Okay. Hagalik nas dulya nabirla.
Hagalik Nas
No.
Dulia
Nabirla. Yeah. Okay.
Gallic is harder than.
Harder than.
English.
Okay. All right. Okay. And I want to, I'll just refresh. Maybe we'll continue the drilling next week as well. Let me stop the share for a moment. How do we feel about that? I mean, that, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we'll spend one more week on drilling. Okay. And I don't know where the time went. I just looked at the clock. And I've still got a couple things to go over, but we'll continue the drilling on the comparatives next week. And I'll make a note that we'll, where are we? We are at drills, in-class drill 6. Okay. In-class drill 6. I'll make a note that that's where we are. Just starting drilling on the irregular forms. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So what do we got now? Let me take a look at where we're at. Ketchvilsheen. Where are we? Okay. 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 Going down, I think right now we are at, you see, yeah, got several pages. Okay. Sgeulachd. Okay. So one thing I wanted to share with you is I think it's okay, the Ala Nan Ye Amadan. Okay, the village of the fools, Ye Amadan, half-wits. Okay, in Gaelic. In Gaelic. And so it's in Gaelic, posted on YouTube. And so if I can find Zoom and share, I'm gonna share it with you. So it's in Gaelic. It's a short little video, cartoon video. So let's try it out.
Trád fasc iad an tine I gráine, un sé mis Sgeulachd va éhín gúibh or sé Gael-Talk go hasio.
Town of the no sound.
Oh, it was just music.
An Wurdakin, hai it the skide mo Sgeulachd yeri.
Can you hear the
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Some reason it doesn't play music by itself. I don't know why. Anyway, so.
Ibra, force and yin.
All right, so I'll go back to where we begin.
The federal an Wurdakin, hai it the skide mo Sgeulachd yeri mra, force and yin tuahanis, agus va ishe in mahed agus hahed ifudach koladish. Waj and a wajen. Nu de va I the garig morne fight in kerred gun volges. Put I the ven ook, Raffrey is jissafug the V. Nu de haie stach don tay, make Shaun Arig Bristje Kroch os a Kuhn, Hoshiki if Kuhnu, who in Impishjig and Farig or Kumaravid nu de va I draw at it filmav, fight a marhead dahieri, who die in nien a Kuhnig, at is nu de hole Eacarsaon, Hoshiki heen if Kuhnig Kuchach, and Count Grishik Hanik and Tahed Ishtach. Agus ring Issen and Jerev root. En deze sin he en fed op lachi ski at is achgrach. Hoe en truud afge a kunuch. Hoest in afro en fadig if tuchtje mietjud. En jezaiv isse hoest in afstapluge tussen lorokug et truud illen het budrorich in het iatsen. Thoave even ride agus hanike geteifadin rotruud vodenaf a schneerv. Hoest yet vishken ro meintjed in nache shin hokordach isken kitchig yet ritsimbi. Hoest jem fed op den ro fanje eke akis kentukuge don vodena if jamwik fed het biar. Nu de hanike hiep rachi hoest je ven vishken ro 18. Fai egem liepi. The notion hoest idishken ro marav akis waie en shin ken huwothet. Nu de hanike darne fed rachi. Hoest ven vish nach bessen heen nietjud. Friksje akis hai macht on hunne de nis koe heen. Nu de hannikem tvis fed rachi fai egem yippie. In nachvapping fai kistje vedev julen shachet in minjek. The mes sues de shiddig huch utis, ach hoest ven vish kumro iat ev mar ha. Reise en machen J na kistje. Nu de hummiken luchtkoeling feded reisman J hisiat. Hij is sistje akal lish heen. Een notion haniken barme fedde math as a chalje. En Jason bring hem marav aan se sistje. Agus reise huluk binje if fawad. Boamisje ven im fanje. Hoest hem fed op de scheen kan rotten huudschen of godach vision truud ik en tij. Even tia ivash, om ik heb bachtel it dusan fed aan. Nu de hund je hebt heen, hoest je hebt gro unergien. Had er geen achke kan trumpug heen, hoest hem fed op kan warapug en fedde va je. Hoe ge oda zie die tu verheulen. The notion then it ruwe gesochted le matje beek, fed en J fid at de seashed do gachtinge gun behoord ga kring af uit gro heen aan puchach. Van made orde achva iat tomichtje. This atje everst, humike dinge a trug woche a jiri isk. Fatur jat af esken boord. Huliat gre wumavist evaun, akis rupiat orde gus it lan gen voed. Even right, when ik kedded a fiaching de boor, hutsues it mullach tehe, that ye for some gummichigi and feared a vai fars and shin. Hoest a ruig and basset and feared and host nullers. A notion hook and feared hund na bar, ma yedig humike dunye a kud kedde it af. That a vol ounce a host, gieg that ye at the pemis of ogen Va shin ho god of the roots and be a humik even tuders. Shin made van moinjig skide mo selak shuling, dunje it flugend huli gemak godach, ach glee eving kuchach. He fed op lafi liskiel moord the ishe. Shinakiv agus mud a creech shive, fawavi pain agus funny hiv you.
There we go. All right. So that's so my ambition is to gradually put a number of Gaelic folktales on the on YouTube, and probably as I did this one because there's an English version as well. And I'm getting sounds.
What is that? Whose clock?
It's Tim's
Mine.
cuckoo clock.
But there's nothing I can do.
Oh, okay. Cuckoo clock. Okay.
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 Okay then.
Okay. So right now, let's take a look at Belltainn. Beltania. Okay. Okay. So I got and you got okay. Nope. Okay. All right. So okay. La Booya Beltane. Beltane. Okay. Okay. Beltane Ahiat La Yantaura. Beltane is the first day of summer. Even though it takes place in May. And in the old Gaelic calendar, there are only two seasons, okay, or the main seasons, the dark months and the summer months, okay? And in Gaelic, on Lanju, Kanishin, Notaichean, or May. But Dunya Geechen Marhoshik Urna Bliana. People saw it as the beginning, the new beginning of the year. Yo solus agus bea as J Doricus agaur. Okay, so when light returned and life after the darkness of the winter. As J Doricus agaur. Flurican buya. Flurican buya dorsen agus uniken. People would put flurican yellow flowers at their doors and windows. Okay. Flurican buya is very often, well, not only yellow, but refers to something good. Okay. So yellow or golden or even beyond colors. Okay. So just good or good fortune. Donia, Sora, Kurin, Droyan, Konisk, Halton, I guess Lucen, Ayla. So down here at the bottom, you'll see primrose, rowan, hawthorn, gorse, hazel, and other plants. Okay. Buya occur nagrania namhunya. And Buya also reminded them of the sun, which is very important, because the sun was returning, right? Yeah, go ahead.
It sounds like yellow is like a lucky color, kind of like in China, red is lucky.
Yeah.
Similar?
So. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Very similar. Okay. Yeah. Good point. Bla eskin or leskin dohunya august dochrobanya. Okay. Wreaths and garlands. Bla leskin. Okay. So wreath. Okay. For people and cows. Krobanya. And literally milk cows. Cattle of milk. Okay. Tavershjan august Kashmir. It a heat law yen Haitchen, first day of May. Gag dunya Tavershjan retuv Torakan. Okay. People left Tavershjan offerings next to Tovrakan, next to wells. Okay, so this was to give offerings to the spirits. Okay, so remember in Gaelic culture, there was a bit of, despite, being Christians, there was a bit of a hangover of pagan beliefs, including beliefs in spirits. Yagi Rutin Becca Marvon no Òran Beck. Okay, they left little things like Marvon no Òran Beck, little bits of bread. Okay, Vayita Giri Slancha August Joe Orston. Okay, they wanted health for themselves and good fortune, a cosmic Bowery occasion. and there's a procession of the Queen of May, the Queen of the May. Okay, Nasaula Erturis Agunsi Tauri. Okay, similar to the journey of the summer, Gunsi and Tauri. Okay, so they imagined this, the sun, and the season proceeding like the Queen of the May or the Queen of the Fairies. Ushka agus van gia danu. Okay, so Ushka Kutramakik Beltainn, water was very important. Hildonia Torrican Nuva. People traveled to Torrican, wells that were holy wells. Gutiki at Ushka Akrak or Kruven or chicken. Okay, so they put water sprinkled on trees, on the fields, and this was like magic water, spiritual water, or holy water in a way. Okay, they asked for rain, growth, health, and beauty. But and the morning dew was very important. Okay, so up here you see, I don't know if I can move this little thing. Okay, up here you see a little picture of some girls spreading morning dew on their faces. This, you see, in the Gael-Talk, you didn't have to spend hundreds of dollars for facial cream. You just go out and gather morning dew off the grass, and and that was enough to keep you young and beautiful. Dorsen etter na Sgeulachd. Dunya gragan ro na Seachdaine na Sláir ech amenen sonracha. So the fairies were stronger at certain times. Okay. But Eichel ro Belltainn gle Chutramach. The night before Belltainn was very important. But it Eacarsaichean Tauri. It started the summer. It heralded the summer. Eacarsaichean, Gumputic Nashiakan Dunya, no Bacon at Horshloa. Some believed that the fairies might take Donia, people, nor beast with them. And remember, that's where so fairies could take a baby and exchange it for a sick fairy baby. And so that's where they had the concept of a changeling. A changeling was a person who was deficient in one way or another, maybe disabled, maybe mentally challenged. And the idea was that the real person had been stolen by the fairies, and this fairy child, the sick fairy child, had been left. Sometimes, if a cow got sick, the people believed that the fairies had stolen the cow's essence, left the body of the cow, but stolen its life spirit. Okay. Like in Sonracha and Shanacho, Benach nan Shul nan Imek. Okay, so this is a what do you call it? Incantation. Benach nan Shulis nan Imek. Blessings on their traveling and their comings. Okay, their goings and their leavings. Shean Ju Jahunya, Hachun Yet Shina. Okay, so today's Friday. Fridays were kind of special days. Okay, Beishain an Oin and Sheikhan of us show. This is a charm against the sherry. Shane an Oin and Sheikhan. But Dunya Gra nach Klunik na Sheikhan Yet Jahunya. Okay, and then remember that the fairies were not spiritual beings in the sense that we think of spirit. They weren't. They didn't live in the sky. They were actually. The way to think of them in the way that the Gaels thought of them is they were lived in an other dimension. They're fully human, or fully animate, fully beings, but it's like they lived, fairyland was another dimension. Okay. It wasn't a spiritual place. It wasn't up in the clouds. It was like you can get through it through a portal. And Beltane was one of the days that the portal between the two worlds opened and the fairies came in. So that's why they're very careful. Beltane an tai ye, nater. With a sound just grind a mui, chanown an tai. Okay, so the old rites from the sound just grind, the rite, okay, the rite as in the holy rites, were outside, not in a house. But Kuchasmunikuk, some thought, Gure an Kuryake Hain Temple Ye. Okay, the universe itself was the temple of God. So, and it's why the ancient Gaels did not have churches per se. All of outdoors was the temple of God or of the gods. Marshin Kruniak Dunia er Creek, people Kruniak gathered er Creek on hills, August on Achikan Foskelchan and other open places. Okay, that were Fask er Solus August Blas Nagrenia, close to the light and the warmth of the sun. Anchena Aiken, okay, the need fire. Okay, Kurachorschnach as Donatchenchen Ula. So the neighborhood or the community put out all the fires. Anurshin Lasiet Chena Ur Beltane. Anchena Aiken. Okay, so they made a new fire, one single fire, and that was the need fire. And from Chena Urshin, from that fire, Chena Ur, that new fire, Lasia Chenchin Nantai and Arish. So they took little smoldering torches or coals from that fire and lit all the fires in the neighborhood. So, and now remember, people in these days, people had control of fire, know how to use fire, but it wasn't easy to light a fire. I mean, so it took a lot of work. You had to rub sticks together, stones together, or something like that. So very often people would keep fires burning in the hearth. Yeah? Sometimes you'll read stories where the fire in somebody's cottage has gone out, and say the mother sends one of the children over to the next cottage to borrow some fire, get a fire to light the family's fire again. So it was, so they didn't have matches or zip lighters or Bic lighters like that. Okay, Chenchin Beltane Aegean. Okay, the fires of Beltane protected. Wadunia spray chemical and Chena. Okay. Hook donius and spray. So they brought their cattle, okay, around the fire. Udin and Koshiki at Dahena, and they sometimes drive the cattle between two fires. They have a pair of fires, and they drive the cattle between them, and this would protect them. Okay. Bannock and Beltane. Okay, so another celebration was Beltane Bannocks. Okay, they put a little piece in the chenna, a little offering to the fire, and they hook it piece into the bacon. Okay, so they also gave little pieces to the beasts, and they'd leave pieces out for various animals and for the fairies. So they not only ate it for themselves, but they left them out as offerings. Okay, a piece koracha, them fine kuchiken, a piece koracha, but oper so horacha eka. And so they they break up the pieces and pick them out of a hat, and whoever got the marked piece, blackened with a little bit of soot, that was a special one. And va echeri lame tron chena 3 tusen. So that person had to leap over the fire 3 times. You know, so they won the booby prize, as it were. Okay. Okay. And I'm skipping forward a little bit. Benech Belltainn. Benech Rios here knockdown. Okay, so blessings to the 3, to the Trinity. Mohain, Mochelich, August Mochlaun. Okay. Van Urisho Agiri Benech Ek Iranchella. Okay, so this prayer wanted a blessing on the family. Okay, right. So they Benech Real here knockdown. Okay, the Trinity. And so, and we're not speaking of the Christian Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, but let's see. But I have here. Where are we? Okay. Oh well, I thought I had. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, I thought I had it written down something, but it's but it'd be a Vaistion, you know, the maiden, you know, the young girl, a Maher, you know, the mother, I guess a Gaelic, and the old woman or the grandmother. Okay, so that was their trinity, you know, the three goddesses, as it were. Okay, Kilon Chounj Gestra, okay, Marie August Boundary Eacarsaichean on Saulian. Okay, sometimes they'd make the king and the queen of May. Okay, and let's see, okay, and okay, all right, okay, and I already have that. Benech and Belltainn, again, Benech Rios here Nachdown, Mohain, me myself, Mochela, my spouse August Mochlaun, my children Mochlaun Vua, so Maher Kuv Nankaun. Okay, the beloved mother at their head. Okay, on the fragrant plain, Clàr Huri, fragrant, smelling good, non ruin of the plain, Ari, Kuhn, Nambiaun, on the calm shieling of the mountain. Okay, so anyway, so all right, so that's all right, so that's Belltainn. Okay, that's we have that coming up in just a couple days. So so build your Belltainn fires and take your pets.
Walk your pets.
Walk your pets through the
between
fire.
2.
Yeah.
They'll have to be little voltals, little candle voltals for me.
Yeah, your little candle votives. Okay, anything that gets into the spirit. You don't have to build a bonfire in the backyard, but yeah.
I guess I could have 2 barbecues going.
Yeah, I have 2 barbecues going. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hami Kolari, my birthday.
Really?
Oh,
Happy birthday.
happy birthday.
Kola Brea Sonahut. Kola Brea.
Sona.
Happy birthday. Yeah. Sona, happy. Oh, and there's Sona, right? Not Dona, but Sona.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Happy, really happy.
All right. Okay. All right. So anyway, so we're running out of time here, and so we'll skip the song yet again. Okay. Hopefully we'll get back on schedule next week. But anyway, I hope this was helpful, and we will continue. I made a little note where we're going to continue, and eventually we'll get through the comparatives. Okay, because we still have another important part of the comparative to deal with, which is the past tense. Okay.
Yes.
Which is different, which is a little bit different.
It's just different.
Uses some of the same features, but it has an important special feature on its own. And I think I lectured about it last week, but we'll practice it next week. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
Any questions or last points?
No.
Requests? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I can hula dunya.
Okay.
Cheery.
Papa, Jerry.